Hey, everybody.
What up, familia?
What it be?
Welcome to the show.
The show.
And today we are continuing our journey into the secret invasion.
Betrayal. Espionage. Eye patches. All of the things.
Hoot hoot.
So deep.
Give me a hootie hoot.
Hootie-hoo.
I am the Gravic 2. Wait,
And
what?
I am the hit.
AKA the zombie.
I'm not.
And we're here to review episode 3 of Secret Invasion Betrayal.
Ooh.
Who's betraying who? Who's scratching each other's back?
Looks like our editor may have betrayed us a little
Freaking
bit.
guy. What are you doing, editor?
On our episode title. Moving on. Whew. All right, there's a lot to unpack on this one. I don't know if you caught it, so I don't care if it's just like the very last thing that happens. I'm gonna go ahead and say it right now.
He's gonna say it.
I'm gonna say it. What am I gonna say?
He's gonna say it.
I'm gonna say.
Say it.
I was right. I was right. I was right. Right. I was right.
About what?
Dude, that was Rhodey's voice on the phone.
Who?
That was Rhodey's voice on the phone. Okay, it might be a little premature. We still don't know what angle he's doing.
Oh, I see what you're
That
saying.
was Rhodey.
That was Rhodey?
And he's playing for the wrong team.
He's bad. We say he was a squirrel. Well, you said it was a squirrel.
It's not confirmed or anything, so I might have jumped the gun a bit.
No, I mean, you could have tell because that's not like typical Rhodey behavior, you know?
You really did seem to be a little bit off the rails. How long has he been?
And it looks like he's walking fine, so.
I'm saying.
You know, walking the line. How does this episode opens? A little crazy right now. So we got Beto, Pagon, and Circus. Circus? Zirkus? I mean SU.
Yeah, people remember these names. Moving on.
They're in the office loading up the clips. Like, and Beto asks, "You think this is gonna be good? You know, it's like all this chaos."
Oh, Beto is the home in my own skin that guy I recruited in the first.
That fool that looks like a ODB, man.
Yeah. It looks like the bloke from Attack the Block. Who was that? He's actually that's John Boyega. That's right. If you guys, I know this is way off, but Attack the Block was a good movie from forever ago. Little alien movie.
I only saw little clips here and there.
I mean, it wasn't like great, but it was fun. This is like 10 years ago. Anyway.
Sheesh. Just like the squirrels.
True.
Squirrel.
So yeah.
We you see I think it's Pagan who hands up their new mission. They're gonna take the identities of Navy generals. So this is called, what's it called? The dark web, you know, where you could get anybody's face and profile.
Yeah.
So,
and then
deep scans.
No. We don't see this yet. The thing where they're just copping identities.
I know, right? So after that, we see Gravik enters the lab where the machine is, and he summons the console of Warlocks. The console of Rick's worker like, "Thank you for coming.
Boy.
Thank you for coming for short notice." And this is where we find out his secret agenda.
I'm just gonna call attention to a little thing to me that was a little bit off. Was that everybody who didn't want to participate was there, meeting in his secret meeting location, and they were all jazzed to be there. Like nobody was squeamish or anything, or like they're just all gung ho. Talos was one of his people. He worked with him. He knew where that place was. Why was it like a surprise to the others? Anyway.
Well, I guess they moved around, I guess, the base camp. So, yeah, as Gravik is talking, he's like, yeah, I have these 3 guys who are going to infiltrate the Navy base. And then they cut back to the YMCA.
Quagmire with his penis. Does that look like a cue to you?
So as he's speaking, you see the 3 guys that were the squirrels change into the generals. They're like, oh, General, I didn't see you there. And then they walk in. They go and sew us up. They go into the YMCA. They have a little fun.
In the Navy. So how did they transform into them?
Because
they have them already?
Yeah, because I guess they look at the picture and then they have the information.
Yeah, see, that's where it's kind of fuzzy because some of them, I mean, how are you replicating their entire DNA? Looking at them, and like, right, like you're looking at a picture of them, and especially now with like AI art, can you turn into those things?
It reminds me of the movie that we saw with what's it called, The Critters 2, with the girl.
Yeah. Oh yeah, this is a porn star. And don't look at him! Don't look at him! Yeah, that was funny.
She's like,
so, but I don't remember what movie this was, but they were talking about how SKRULLS, some of them have to physically see or touch the person, and some can do it just looking at the pictures. But it's like a skill they have to exercise.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess it's just a little bit on the fuzzy side.
Waka waka waka. Oh, wrong fuzzy.
That's fuzzy. Waka waka waka.
So yeah, so
they made an entire band for freaking Animal from the Muppets.
Yeah, I saw that.
It was on. Oh, bye bye, Animal.
Yeah, are those SKRULLS too?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's a fucking
SKRULL.
That's Jar Jar Binks right there.
Freaking a little bit, yeah. So Jar Jar.
Miso off topic. All right.
He's a Sith Lord confirmed going on.
I'm pretty sure high level.
It's gotta be.
He's a after that Darth Maul went down, Jar Jar took over.
Wait, how does he? He'd flow through your nuts. Oh, anyway.
Oh, I love this shit. Right. Wild and crazy. Yeah, that's how we do it right here. And so he's going like, all right, guys, because their concern is like, we're gonna do this attack. It's gonna attack one of the main cities. And then the people's like, oh yeah, you're asking about the Earth mightiest heroes. What happens if they show up? And then he goes, I guess we have to go super as well. And he goes Super Saiyan 3 after that. He's like,
Kakarot, you fool. You've gone Super Saiyan as well. Yeah, so he says that apparently they have a way to duplicate abilities.
And it goes back to the thing we saw in episode 2 with the machine. It had the extremist girl. Yeah. It has their the other DNAs.
The 1998 Apple iMac that they programmed freaking Mega Man on. And then, but it showed all the abilities. It said Call Obsidian, remember? It showed Extremis and all that jazz.
Yes, sir.
That one. So like, is that the stuff they're using, the Fluke powers? Because yeah, cool. I mean, those all seem like neat things, and we've already seen it in action coming up. Too bad though. I wanted to see like the Fantastic Four one.
Yeah.
You know, the OG SUPERSKRULL. Like we saw. I guess we didn't see exactly that, but we kind of saw it in the last Fantastic Four movie.
When they're mutating themselves?
Well, where Storm gets all their powers. Storm? No, Johnny Blaze.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to see that as a SUPERSKRULL, but I guess they're just like...
It was Johnny the SUPERSKRULL.
Yeah, but now they're just like taking powers from other things like DNA or however the hell they get it.
Yeah, because that's where Gravik says like we could become super squirrels. All of us. We're gonna be a lethal bioweapon.
Ah, man. So they're gonna be super powerful. It's funny that Obsidian was like the weakest of Thanos' followers, though, and they're like, all right, we'll take his power. I guess because he was the only one still alive, wasn't he? Or did he die? His hand chopped off. No, I think he died too.
Yeah. So prepare for the extinction of the human race.
Yeah, he's going
then we do a little back. He goes back to New York,
1990s. What, 7?
8. At a coffee shop.
One way. Right.
A DH Nick Fury shows up with the eye patch and the still relevant scratch marks in his eyeballs. Are you here to meet someone? She hears a voice from the booth. You would like to sit next to me while I wait? I'm like, that would have been a big given. Like, how are you supposed to know that I'm supposed to meet someone here?
Well, they were just role playing.
Do you think that's what it was?
Yeah, I think so. They were just being cute.
And then Nick Fury looks at you. Var? Or Vara?
Mm-hmm.
A Skrull named Vara, aka his present wife.
She gives him intel on what's that guy's name? Davok or Davos or something. The dumbass villain from Black Widow. Her origins.
Badrock?
No, the actual villain. What's her face's dad? Taskmaster's dad.
Ah, from the Red Room?
Yeah, so that's what the guy was like, your power doesn't work on me because I'm way over here. That was so dumb.
Oh, God.
Remember our review of Black Widow?
You should go check it out. It's in our thing.
Man, more entertaining than the movie, I think.
Oh, yeah, it was. We had a roll just destroying reviewing it.
All right, moving on.
So yeah, so we go present day, and then he goes, Nick Fury is making breakfast, and he goes, it's what is the reason why you're here, Fury? Fury goes, I'm retired. And she was like, I'm not much into golf, like, because the wife asked him, like, what are you gonna do with your downtime? Like, I'm not much of a golfer, so I was thinking of taking up revenge. And then that's when Nick goes, have you been talking to Gravik? And she goes, what do you mean, huh? What are you trying to imply? And then at that point, someone hits her up in her little flip phone that looks like a Nintendo DS.
Yeah, the burner.
No, not a DS. What's it called? One of those, remember? The Game Boy things?
Game Boy Advance?
Yeah, there you go. One of those.
Didn't look like that?
The little folder things? Yeah.
That was a DS.
So she picks up her eraser and she goes, I don't have the information right now. Call me back later. And she goes, anything important? Like, no, we're good. And she leaves the phone
pizza
there.
Man. I'm not eating alone today. Yeah, you better bring 2 pizzas. Somebody else is here. Gotta go.
You know how telemarketers are. Don't worry about it. We're good.
It was UPS.
They want to see the swing.
And she really wasn't like offended enough that he asked if she was a terrorist.
That's what I'm saying.
Hey, you plotting to kill me and the rest of the human race? No, what?
I think right there he tapped her phone or something, dude.
I just think he knew right away from the way she acted. I don't. I mean, he's supposed to be like the spy of spies, right? He's like, Single 07.
Single 07. Man, anyways, so he stares at the phone, pondering, like, and then that's how it's left. And then after that, we leave and go back to Gravik, and then he wakes up Gaia, and then Gaia's like, what's going on? What happened? It's like, no, it's just wondering how you been, and he brings up Brogan, and he goes, how did he know about this location if only us three, me, you, and the driver knew about it?
By the way, that was my wrestling name, Bulk Brogan, and now I have to change it. So is he just reaffirming that they killed him for nothing? Because what?
Because of a safe house bloop?
He didn't know anything. Why'd
Yeah.
you kill him? Like,
why'd you kill him?
What? So yeah, so he's like, oh, you know, this is really sus.
And then he's like, he's like, no, like, you know, he probably made something up. He made an educated guess of where we're gonna be because, yeah, anything could be said when you're being tortured, right? Right.
So this episode in general, and I think it started with the conversation the wife had with the UPS pizza man. The writing was just like very much deliberate and ham-fisted, and it felt like they were just like, this is what's happening, and I was like, maybe chill out. Like, you're not supposed to spell everything out for us because you're a spy show. We're supposed to be surprised.
We're supposed to be going along with the ride with you.
Yeah, please stop doing this. Like, and the guy is like, oh, I'm pretty good at lying. Like, what?
I know when she said that too. It's like, what would you do? Like, I would have told lies. I'm like,
why would no?
Why would you say that? No. So you're lying to me right now? No, not right now. Not right now. Later.
I mean, I said I would, not that I am. It's a little too on the nose.
Yeah. When she said that, I was like, why did you say that? And it was like, in her mind's like, why did I say that? Oh
it's
my
like,
goodness.
It's like when I played Among Us and I was like walking around asking people, hey, how do I kill people? What do I press to kill? What do I do? Do you have to be alone? Can we go over there? I want to try it. Can we? Like,
you start killing everybody one by one.
He was not the imposter.
He was not the imposter. Moving on. So, Mr. Talios asked Gravik for, what did he ask for, senor?
What did he ask for?
Parlay? That's the one. Parlay.
Oh, he asked for a parlay.
Parlay. Down to the depths, whatever mutton they thought of parlay.
Exactly the same feeling Gravik was feeling after that.
Captain Barbosa.
So after that, Mr. Taylor asked for a parlay. He's like, parlay? Really? A parlay? So Jet, Gravik says, like, me and you are gonna go to a ride early in the morning, so be ready. So they're on their way, they're driving, and then he gets a call. It's like, right on schedule. New Neptune at 24-hour fitness. Get it free or some shit like that.
Yeah. Hey, somebody. I just told I don't trust it all. Are you sitting right next to me? Did you hear that?
Can you overhear me?
Great. Nobody else heard that. Got it. Okay.
Why did she
go on this trip? What? She's gonna. Oh, by the way, I'm meeting with your dad. Okay, sit in the car.
I admit there is plot holes in this damn thing, but yeah. I guess he's trying to weeder them out. I think we'll get to what our overall thoughts of this, what it was at the end. Yeah. So they're driving. This is badass. What, black coupe? I think it was. Mm-hmm. So Telios meets homie at a painting.
Why do chicken coops have 2 doors?
Why?
Because if they had 4 doors, they would be sedans. Hey, all right. So anyway, they meet in the sale.
So they said to Marcel, they're like, I would rather paint my story with blood. You're like, yeah, everybody else's blood except yours, wouldn't
Yeah.
you?
Yeah. Oh, that was pretty cool. I like the little speech and such.
Yeah, it was a lot. They were just going over the World War II painting and how it was them hiding behind other people and such and so forth, which is history repeating itself right now with their people.
And then they sit in the cafeteria and
It's funny how he goes, "You asked for your damn parlay. Parlay this shit." He's like, "All right, let's go."
right.
Yeah. So they went to go sit down, and this waitress comes, and he's like, "What do you want?" So he brings his cup of coffee.
Yeah, and then Gravik's like, I hate humans. I'm gonna kill them all. Humans are terrible. Thank you, love. Anyway, what was I? Oh, I hate people. Especially
I love the part when they do the Men in Black scene. More sugar.
Yeah. Yeah, it just shows that he goes all in on everything. You gotta appreciate that.
Because he's like this, and then Taylor's like, you should just have ordered an empty cup, and he goes, I like a little bit of espresso with my sugar, and he laughs like, I don't know, it breaks right there. He was like, it was hilarious that scene, trying to bring it back. He's like, shh, shh.
You know what? They should have had him go to the counter and order like a double goat milk, super dry, triple stirred, 6 pumps vanilla.
Oh my goodness.
Fat, half espresso, half calf. To really make him like seal that he's a villain. But this kind of worked too, I guess.
And then when he gets it, I don't like it. Give me something.
Yeah, no, this isn't right. I said
This is
dry.
not right. I said dry. Do it again.
You have to dab it with the dab
Damn.
it with the towel.
And it sucks with that rule. They have to redo it, right? Because it's customer.
No
If
tip.
it doesn't taste, no tip. Oh my goodness. So yeah, so Taylor goes, stop murdering innocent people. And then Taylor said, he goes, Taylor's like, all right, bro. He goes, man, I'm doing you a favor. I could have ended your life right now. And then Taylor goes, so what? You want to have an honor meeting? Let's go. And then freaking Gravik goes like, yeah, me challenging my former general, yeah, in barbaric with knives. So I guess it's a battle.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's like a scene with like in Wakanda. You know how they strip the power of the Black Panther. And when T'Challa fought a Killmonger type of thing. I think that's what it was gonna be. And you toss him off the cliff. Mufasa style. Mufasa. So in the car,
Gaia.
what? Yeah, Gaia. Gaia's like, sorry. So of course they're talking, and then Gravik's like, you know, I have your daughter in the car right now. You know, she's polishing my boots. Here, listen now. You got to be very, very careful with your next words come out of your mouth. And then he goes, so yeah, this is where he starts getting mad. You know, every time you bring out someone, and he goes, you're grateful that I haven't put her in a body bag and send her back to you. I was like, ooh, wish. Yeah, we got to that point. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it clearly was. Yeah, it was not baseless.
And then after that, like he gets up the first time and he freaking goes, what do you say? He puts his hand around his throat, and all of a sudden, like 15 people that look like Gravik, even me, I look like Gravik, get up all around him. She's like surprised, like, oh freak, like they're all infiltrated.
Yeah, he didn't grab his throat at that point. He just got
Yeah,
up.
he did. We went to the first time. He's like, and then everybody got up, and then he's let go, and he's like,
Nah,
he's down.
grabbed him the second time. First time it was just
We'll get into this replay later.
yeah, it doesn't matter that much.
Who got it first? First try or second try? Comment below.
All right.
Well, anyway, so it's like 15 people, and everybody turns back, you know. And I was just like, oh damn, like this is what This is what it's all about, right? War.
No, that's just like getting in a car accident in LA. And then everybody drops what they're doing, like, whoa, oh my God.
They'll run outside and shit.
Oh, that guy probably needs help or something. All right, let's go.
It reminds me of that fucking sketch that Dane Cook did. Like I was in. Think so? Yeah, he's. I would like it to get into it, but he goes. I hear that, and then he comes out and the scene's like, oh my God, I was washing dishes, and then it's just a whole spill, which is kind of funny. But I don't know. He still joked. Did he still jokes?
Yeah, that was his thing.
Damn, he busted a Carlos Mencia.
Fairly still. Mencia is like the notorious one for it. Yeah, now he's like a self-help guru or something.
Oh, is he though? Okay, well, we like to.
And he's like dating or married to somebody like 20 years, 24 years younger or some jazz. I don't know. But it reminds me of the mine, the pigeon.
Oh yeah.
What was it from? Ice Age?
Ice Age.
And like, what's his name? The short guy.
Sid?
No, the comedian. Chris Rock's lover. When he pokes his head around like, ooh.
Damn it! I want to know this one.
And I know I can't think of his name.
It's on my tippity tongue.
But he's very famous, and he has that vegan restaurant now. Anyway,
man, everybody has freaking turning the leaf since the comedy.
Kevin Hart.
Oh, Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
With his bug eyes.
Yeah.
So this is where it goes with the whole spiel of Telios. Is like, man, like, you gonna go to war with the humans? He goes, you don't know one thing about humans. When you back them up against a corner, that's when they're most, I don't know how to say this word, formidable. Hey, I said it. Thank you. Thank you, ESL.
You only get one try.
You only get, and I got it.
Mm-hmm.
So they are formidable when they are threatened by a coming foe. The Taylor's counter, like they're going back at it. They're counterpointing. He's like, you think you're gonna have anonymity? I was like, oh shit! Like I'm gonna go to every general and tell them who you guys are and then what kind of war you're gonna bring. And then I was like, all right, this is where Telios kind of is hoping and praying that they will see the good in some squirrels, that not all squirrels are the same, because he goes, we're gonna make them look at us and say that we're different. And we haven't been infected by your stupid we haven't been infected by your disease. Yeah. And you're gonna get put down like the dogs that you are. And that's where he says and that's where he says, so that means guys staying with me. And then he gets the knife and just stabs him in his freaking hand. And then he goes, listen here. And everybody's just standing out like, all right, bro, they're about to pounce on him. But then he stops. He's like, don't you ever, he busted a Will Smith, like, don't keep my wife's name out your mouth. That's what he did right now. I was like, now until the end of your days, Gaia's name will be out your mouth. Something like that.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, so more or less. But what was important about that, and the whole reason I think for the parlay to begin with, because there was no other benefit to it other than exposing the scope of what he had.
Yeah.
And
what he was planning.
Whether he had modified himself, which we see right then and there. Your boy got fully functional extremis.
So homie Telios gets up and starts walking away towards the doorway, and then we see Gravik just
his hand.
He pulls it out and he has the little ET hand like that.
And then it heals.
And he goes like this and he goes shh. Extremis.
Wow.
Did he master it? Who knows? I hope he knows that shit is unstable. You might go kapooey if you're not careful.
But that was part of the thing, is that they blew up.
Yeah.
So is he going to be a soldier boy, or is he just going to be
I can't hold I like to see like there's this little drawback about extremists. You're like, what? It explodes, and
No, I think it would be intentional with Gravik. I
you
think
think
Gravik
so?
on
It
his
would be
wrist.
like last resort.
Yeah. I think he would plan to use it.
Ah, okay.
It's a little with the saying that Talos is a little hopeful, a little optimistic is really saying something, man. Because I just like, I mean, you can't say a million people are not trying to kill the rest of humanity. Like, oh, these guys are bad, but like we're the ones over here, we're good. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. And also, going back to that, Fury only knew of 19,
Yes.
and he was surprised to learn that there were more.
The whole team just freaking ran up.
So, like, what the hell did he think he was fighting? Like a few of the 19,
Like 10 and shit. They divide it.
right? Like, dude, like, but even if they did, like, quell the rebellion or whatever, people will not trust them after that, and it's
Yeah.
like it's hard, man. It's so sad because you want Talos and his people to be good, but I don't know. I don't see it working.
Because he said like once they start going to war, he's gonna try and make them see that we're still good. But I feel after that it's an open season on everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, actually, you know what? Now that I think about this, there is a surefire way to test whether or not somebody is a Skrull without having to hurt them.
Ooh.
All right.
Oh shit. Yeah.
You drop their water bottle.
Electrical fire.
You line them all up in the gym. All right. They're all
Okay.
lined up in the gym. You stand in front of them.
Okay.
You have them bend over, and they touch their toes. And if their backbone is a little crooked,
Oh my god.
they got scoliosis.
I knew you were going there. Oh goodness sake.
And they're a Skrull. It's that easy.
Scoliosis. Where's my drum roll? Trunts. We're gonna get one of those keyboard kits next week. We're gonna have our own sound bar, our own sound effects bar.
Okay, moving on. Like, we're not gonna discuss this right now.
Oh my goodness! Here we go. We're gonna prove that theory later. You're looking at it. You're a squirrel. It's like, why? Anyways.
Oh, you know what?
Yeah, you know why. Oh darn! You snap your fingers. So Taylor is walking outside and he bumps up into a guy. Like, oh, sorry, sir. I think this is yours. He's like, oh, thank you. And the old gentleman, he's like, oh, thank you. And he puts it in his pocket, and the old man is walking out. And then Gravik chased after Telios. Then he's like, where the fuck did he go? But then he sees this old man like trying to like speed walk across the street and everything. As he's walking, this big van gets in front of him, and he's like, I thought he was gonna go get inside that van, but he like I guess he hit it or something. He's like, fuck out the way type of thing. So he rounds the corner, and then you see Gia just by the door, and he's like, well, what's up? And he's like, he gets in, he's like, because she wasn't driving. Oh no, she wasn't driving. She was texting the burner.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, now it makes sense. It was her. Sorry.
She was the old man.
She was the old man. That means they could have dangly parts everywhere and growing start and so they don't need to be fracked? Wait, what? I don't know.
Go frack yourself. We just talked about this. They could look at a picture of somebody and turn into them.
But she didn't have a picture of the old man.
She probably saw him walk by on the street. What are you talking about?
So she like Mystique?
Yes.
So Mystique DNA is kind of squirrely?
That's why I said in the previous episode that Mystique was redundant at this point with Skrulls existing.
Yeah,
Especially, in fact,
I just want to bring the old info back.
She's even superseded because she can't copy DNA. In the comics, oh shit, now I can't remember who it was. But man, I'm drawing a blank. In the comics, one of them, because I read Secret Wars. Secret Wars is the best whole set of comics, along with Spider-Verse. I'm expanding my comic knowledge because we're talking about
his common knowledge is being expanded.
But in Secret Wars, Hank Pym is like a big dick, and most of the time he's a Skrull.
Oh shit!
But he has a baby with. I am totally drawing a blank on who he has that baby with. However,
Martha.
He is declared like. Why did you say that name? He's legally the baby's father, and he's like found to be the baby's father because there's identical DNA. So that means they can duplicate you down to the little spermies.
Hey, wait.
Wild, right?
You know what? Oh, never mind. So I was gonna say it's Flash spoiler. Have you seen Flash?
What is that?
The Flash.
Oh, Flash. Oh, I thought you meant that. Like, I feel like there was a terrible movie named Splash. Oh, but it's okay because I know that the Flashpoint Paradox is vastly superior, and I don't need to see this one, but I'm gonna see it eventually.
Yeah, same here. I'm gonna pass. I just saw little tidbits. You know what I wanted to do is like, I asked someone, I don't know, spoiler alert, how many Batmans are there? There's 2 Batmans. That which you could see is Michael Keaton and the Affleck duck.
Oh, Batfleck?
Yeah, Batfleck.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, you don't see trailers. I'm sorry. I apologize.
We're going to see Superman. Superman is in Russia. Okay. Wait, Superman's a girl? All right. So that's when they go.
No, what I wanted was to do another cross point with Christian Bale. So when they meet each other, they're like, "Dude, what's up with your voice? What do you mean?"
Yeah.
You talk like that? It's like,
yeah. I really want someone to call his stupid voice out, and then Will Arnett's Lego Batman stupid voice.
I want to do the Spider-Man points. Like, what? Dude, that'll be hilarious. Anyways, here we are. So back at the diner, I don't know how the fuck Taylor's got that fast. He just ran. He's in a diner eating his dog food that Fury, because he walks by him and he's like,
Engine sadness. Standard staple British breakfast.
He goes, you can eat that.
Post.
Arsh.
I paid £4 for this. I'd like to consume it in peace. I don't know what that was. It just feels like a typical British diner.
So Fury sneaks up behind Taelios and he goes, "Are you gonna eat that dog food?" He's like, "I was, but I lost my appetite." He's like, well, "Since when you lose your appetite, man?" So the little banter between them is pretty awesome, dude. And it gets even better later on. She goes, so the whole spiel is like, "Come on, Taelios, like what? You need my help?" He's like, "Come on, say the magic words." And he goes, "Taelios, I need your help because I'm useless without you." He's like, so when he gets up and he pays his bill and he holds his hand. I thought it was like, I was gonna say no, walk away or some shit.
It really looked like that.
Right? Like, now you're on your own type of thing. But then we're cruising on the Jeep.
Yeah. Man. Because at this point, if Fury got nobody, man, like he's never really had friends. Nobody even close enough to call him Nick.
Exactly.
Like,
little Nicky.
Man, the Dark Prince is here. Gosh. He doesn't have anybody he can lean on or trust. It's actually kind of very sad.
It's really sad right now, man.
Like, he doesn't even have a guy in the chair.
Well, she got killed, so the guy, her girl in the chair got killed.
Yeah, and she was a bad bitch gatekeeping girl boss. Like, not much left. Like he doesn't have an ace in the hole. Like before, he could be the big swinging dick because he had all these heroes that he could just pop out. Like he even had Black Widow that he would use to infiltrate.
Yeah.
He had
Hawkeye
that he could blast on the beeper.
He has all this immortality shit.
Straight up, he's just got nothing now. So yeah,
He's he has a shell. What's a shell form himself? Whatever that is. Mm-hmm. So Nick calls Mary Poppins, aka Sonya, and he goes, I need help, and he goes, she's like, you have to say sorry for what you did for my owlie. He's like, come on, that's what you're calling him? It's like, I already gave one else out. Like, well, you have to double down. It's like, man, I'm sorry. It's like, I got some squirrels. I need some info on this sub named Neptune.
He's sporting a fabulous eye patch now. His name is Nick. Or is it Nicholas?
Nicholas. That shit was cool. We should put it. It's so stupid.
So I think that was like a reminder to her to not
trust them,
to not to underestimate him anymore.
You give me a nasty bug. And she goes, I need help. Like, well, I'm sorry. I'm dealing with my own frustration because somebody gave up where the location of the meat, the butcher shop, where I was doing my finest work. So by here, I'll give you the info of what you need. His name is Bob.
You mean one of the people who work for you who you call brain dead thugs all the damn time? Wow, they weren't loyal. Surprise.
Oh yeah, like what happened to them?
Dude, she's like freaking
Mary Poppins.
She's like the monarch from Venture Brothers. The monarch.
The monarch. She was cool, man. She was fucking
Minion,
slicing and dicing.
Fetch me my tea and my slippers.
And they're all fuzzy and shit. Oh my god, Venture Brothers. Never change.
Such a fantastic show.
How they do it? Like that, no? Or some shit. Venture Brothers.
All right.
What he says? Because they're going back and forth, right? And then
about dogs and how they're man's best friend. I think it's kind of interesting. Speaking of, are you going to eat that dog food? Who passes Fury? It seems like he's running a parallel to how they used to be like dogs to him, like loyal and followers and da.
Because Nick says the truth is a mother dog, ain't it, Talos? And he starts laughing like, haha. And then Talos goes on a tangent on Nick. When you started, you were a bench warmer, man. If not, you still would have been inside a shield, still pushing paper and all that. Like, we're the one who gives you the leads. We're the one who infiltrated for you. We're the one who
inside She-Hulk.
Damn,
move over, DD.
Damn, hit him with that one.
And that's kind of true, and it makes you wonder how like Hydra rose to power.
SKRULLS? Oh shit.
Yeah,
I like it.
And it really just shows that like they, again, man, there's just no place for them. Like they changed the geopolitical outlook of like their whole universe, man. Like the Avengers probably wouldn't have existed with all their spying and stuff. It's kind of a big deal. And they're absolutely, he's right, man. He's totally right.
So I like when they're going back and forth and like, I did this for you, we did this, my people did that for you. Like, you had no problem using us then. And he goes, don't BS me, man. Like, don't try to rewrite history when the guy who helped you write it the first time is sitting right here. And then he goes, why do you stop? He's like, because we're here. He goes, I didn't realize that. Like, yeah, of course not. Yeah, you were on that. We did that wave. It's like, anything else you want to abuse me with before we go do this?
That's real.
Yeah.
And that's what I want. Like, I want them to have a friend, man, and they're having a little friend rapport. At this point, I kind of feel sorry for Fury. I'm like, dude, have a friend. Like, don't push him away anymore. He's like, let's go see Bob.
And then Taylor takes shape of Bob, and Fury's covering him from the bushes, and Taylor's like, are you in position? Like, worry about your own damn self, man. I think he took a little offense before they went out in the field to take him out. So yeah, so the thing is with me is like, all right, first Taylor was against him shooting his own kind, but now it's like open season on him.
No, I don't know, that's a little different.
Because he's like, yeah.
He doesn't outright kill him or attack him. He's just like, there was an urgency and there was this, he kind of snapped on him.
Because he's Nick Fury's on the bushes like, because Telio's cover got blown. It's like, I've been compromised. Like, you think? I could see this. So everybody's coming out. The lights are turning on. It's like, oh shit. It's like, they're taking him up and shit.
Mission failed.
So Telio takes the lead, of course. He goes away, passes this kid, and takes nothing of it, and goes inside.
That's like when in a game, it's a stealth mission. You're like, oh man, I gotta sneak around, but then you realize, like, as long as you kill the enemy, then they didn't see you. It's like, all right,
we did it.
Break out the RPGs.
Might as well do that. Blow up the fucking things, but then we would have been screwed, no?
Yeah, kind of.
With him, game over, and then the bust of Snake. No!
Snake.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
So Taylor 6 point, of course, and then he gets like, Taylor's, where are you? That's what Nick says. Like, oh, I'm in the second room to the top right.
By the way,
come on, Nicky.
The official Ford commercial with Solid Snake. Freaking.
No, I have not seen that one.
Freaking David Hayter, the guy who voices them, really likes Ford trucks. And the guy who created the Ford truck, like, loves Metal Gear. So they did a commercial with the little.
Oh, really?
It's like, copy that. I'm getting my Ford F-150 or whatever the shit. It's funny.
So that little box like.
Yeah. They do that one.
Oh,
on
shit.
The computers that they use to look up extremis and
the IPM one.
All right, go on. Sorry.
So good. And then he goes, Nick, I'm up here. And they're like, all right, I'm on my way. So as soon as Nick opens the door, he has a kid at gunpoint. Like, I'm like, wow, having a kid is like, first of all, motherfucker Bob, nobody calls me Nick. So that's where you got fucked up. It's like, hey, that's my kid, leave him alone. It's like, all right, a trade for a trade. He's like, drop the gun. There's no trade. Like, I'll put a fucking bullet on your son's head. He's like, fuck, okay. And he throws the gun.
I'm a bit confused at this.
Yes.
Is it Bob's son? Is it the SKRULL's son?
I think it's a Skrull son. Like, he's a Skrull.
I guess, but like, if that's the case, why would the code word be Zachary? Why would the code word be his kid's name?
I think
unless when he took over Bob's identity, his son took over Bob's son's identity. That's the only thing that makes sense to me, I guess.
What I'm also thinking is like, damn, so whitewashed. There you go. No, what no, what I was thinking is that when he took over his personality and his images, the love for that kid kind of went with him type of thing.
No, because they don't demonstrate that with any other identities they take over.
I know, right? Like the feelings.
Oh, see, I thought that for a split second, but it falls on his face because they don't absorb the emotional intelligence. They don't have emotions, or else then they wouldn't want to kill all of humanity.
I see what you mean. I'm a squirrel again.
Yeah.
Anyways, so Fury has the kid on his neck. So yeah, so like, go tie this motherfucker up. In short words, so like, all right. And then he goes, as Taylor's passing Nick, he's like, thank you, Nick, for saving my life. Like, He tells Telios, "You're welcome, Telios," and he looks at him like fucking pissed off. It's like, you asshole. So, okay, Bob, let's play 21 questions. What is the safe word here, man? Play fair. And then, of course, it's like Bob starts feeling like, man, you could have had a deal with Gravik. You are a former general. You don't know who you are anymore. And then like, what is the passwords for us just to stop this freaking global catastrophe? And then he's like, I ain't saying anything, man. So this part is funny because Nick has the silencer on the gun. He puts it like, I had enough of this motherfucker. And he shoots him in the leg. He's like, ah!
Yeah.
I'm gonna count to 3. I'm probably aim high. I'm gonna aim low. How about this?
Meanwhile, they're having like a standoff with the keys in the submarine.
Oh yeah.
Which I have a feeling a certain terrible meme is going to resurface based on this, and just like, man, people, you people are messed up. All right, buddy.
So he's like, yeah, like I said, back in the submarine, he goes, what is this? We got received orders. Like, are you serious? We have to launch this? So they like put it in ignition, double turn at the same time. Like, and then you hear that dude, what's it called? The freaking purge alarm starts sounding.
Oh yeah,
that shit was scary, dude. It went gravy quick, like, I was like, uh-oh. Bob, time is ticking.
There's so much anyway.
So Telios gets the gun from Nick, and he goes, so Bob is running him down, and he goes, I bet it was your daughter, the traitor, that bitch, or something like that in that order. And he's like, she just fucking aims it right at freaking Bob, and he kills Bob. Nick is like, really, bro?
Yeah.
You push that button. So, you push that button for me too. That'd have been more than one. I would empty the whole clip on your ass.
Mm-hmm.
So in that instant, he calls a guy like, "Hey, we need the codes for Bob, to disarm this." Because it was getting closer, and the little computer see the little airplane like about to approach, and then the thing is about to get red. It's like tick, tick, tick.
Yeah.
So the tension is high, and she goes, "All right, let me go get it." So he goes like, "Hey, hi guy, how you guys doing?" With the army guards, he's like, "Hey," he breaks one person's arm. And then the other girl like studying with the gun for some reason.
Yeah.
So he kills him too, and he walks in there, and then she finds him and gives him the code. What was the code, senor?
Zachary.
Why do you say that name? No. So then he goes, disarm the code, and it says Zachary. So everybody's like, shh. So the UN plane.
Dude, the one guy was like, he's like, don't take that key out. Like he tries to stop him.
I know, right?
That's what is Bucky.
He said, don't do it. And they punch him or something, right? To take him out.
Yeah, they like yank him out.
He's like, it's over. It's everybody, good thing they were wearing the brown pants because they were about to shit themselves.
This guy's got the right idea. He wore the brown pants.
Hey, Deadpool. So it says, because it says training exercise over type of thing. They're going to blame it as a training exercise.
Right.
So everybody's happy now.
Except the
so everybody, after, except the kid. The kid's quivering. Oh yeah, the kid's, I forgot about the kid.
Oh, I mean, he's just going to go back and play Need for Speed.
I know, right? Like here. Close your eyes and we put you in your room, play your game. Don't come out.
There's nobody else alive in his house.
Dude, it's true. Now you put it that way. Isn't the mom there somewhere? Who knows?
I don't think so.
She got capped too.
Okay.
Extended cut. She went through every room and just
like in Hawkeye.
Oh yeah.
All right, moving on.
Even the goldfish got capped.
He knew too much. Maybe it was the hot goldfish from Pinocchio. They were
It
like,
was-
"This is creepy as shit."
You
Kill
see
it!
my face, like you see my face. You gotta go,
I'm okay with being a furry. I don't want to be a scaly too.
dude. Can you imagine the fish is a squirrel?
Kill it!
Kill it, dude. Have you seen those videos when they put the fish in the pan? And they're like, still moving. No, okay. Anyways, moving on. So Gaia tells Gaia to get out of there once she gives the code. So they're running, and then Gaia's like doing the Mission Impossible. Like she gets a motorcycle, she's pushing it down to the front. She's pushing it down the side of the Glendale Galleria little booth.
And then the lights come on. She's like, "Whoa, shit!"
I'm like, what do you expect? There's no one. Dude, at that point, you would have been like, all right, this is suspicious, dude. There's no one here in the front.
Yeah.
The road is dark as fuck. You got to know another way out of there, man. You've been there for, how long you been in that compound?
That was their escape.
You're like, why would you go down the main road knowing that the whole army would have been there waiting for you if not? You know what I'm saying? I raised my scale. I would have gone through the forest or something, right? There's like trees and this shit.
She could have been surprised by the lights, but like kept going. I don't know. If only she didn't like spaz.
Yeah, just fucking swerve, you know?
Just go around them. I mean, look
turn
at
on your own headlights. At that point, you're supposed to be free.
Captain America and Bucky both would have swerved it easy.
Yeah, you got on the truck and just jump over the truck or some shit with your scrolly powers.
All right.
This is dumb. But anyway, so somebody, the guy is going down, and then somebody hit the high beams, and she's like, "Oh!" She hit a mud slide, and she just fucking eats it.
Man, that's kind of happened to me, and it's not. I know the feeling. At least she has still a trigger fall.
And then she gets up, she does the Peter Griffin knee scrape, and then grab her like, "Are you almost done?" And she's like. So she gets up and he's like, all right, you got me. You got me. It was me. He's like, all right, man, what are you going to do? You're going to take me in? It's like, this is a moment where you become a leader or you become a little. Well, of course, she was telling him to turn around. It's like, no, you're going to look at my eyeballs if you're going to do shit. And who gets Cap? She got Cap. Not Captain America, but she got Cap. I don't think it's the real Gaia. I think it's a clone.
What clone?
I mean, I think she's a different Skrull pretending to be Gaia, and Gaia's not Gaia. Because everybody else became Gravik. You know what I'm saying?
I thought that too.
It can't be Gaia.
And I don't know. Because 2 reasons.
I think Jill's still alive.
2 reasons.
I mean, hell.
One reason
yes,
is that he lingered over her for a second and looked at the face. He saw her Skrull face. Knows what the Skrull looks like. Maybe he didn't see it clearly, and maybe they're gonna play it off like, if that's the case. But I feel like Homeboy looked at her as she was there. So if they're going to play it off, it's probably going to be that was really her, but she was like, I'm dead. And like wasn't really dead because they were just like, oh, she changed back and that's how you know you're dead. But like,
I think it was a hologram.
Or I had another thought that like he replaced everyone from the council with other Skrulls that were like more receptive to his shit, and that's why they were cool with going into his little headquarters.
I see what you mean.
Because it did feel like she lingered a little bit after she got the code. When Talos is like, dude, run.
Because she saw another girl there, remember? Before was.
That's what I'm saying. She hung back for a second. So I'm thinking, I want to say that I think she replaced herself.
Switch bodies, bro.
Yeah.
She's like,
but that doesn't explain away the fact that he saw her for her little green face.
I think they did the mind transfer thing, like.
Yeah, but maybe he didn't see her green face clearly. But I would like for that death to be real. To be honest. It
Sir,
sucks.
I don't think so, bro. I think
Sucks,
it's
and
a
I don't
red
want
herring.
Carlos to have to go through with that. But like, it really shows, and it's something that Marvel just doesn't ever have. Is like there's weight and repercussions to stuff. And
Yes.
they could go the cheap route and be like, oh, with a body double, we can transform. But like, first of all, you got Amelia Clark. Like, you're going balls out with this one. Like, you spend a lot of money, and she could be in a lot of movies and stuff.
Yeah.
But if you're like, nah, dude, we're blasting them, we're serious about this, like, then that could really add some weight to it, and let that be the case.
Dude, which one hit harder, the death of Hill or the death of Gaia? Or Gia, or whatever.
Hill, she's been in all the movies.
That's what I'm saying, right? Because you built a repertoire towards her, like a love, like a you've seen her, you're like into her, you're like, oh shit, you know. But honestly, Gaia's death didn't hit me as hard as the first one. Dude. That first one was like, oh, this one is like, oh, you know, because we haven't really got to know her as much, you know.
Yes. But it would lend a lot more weight if it were permanent. Still,
I think Hill's still alive, dude.
Because even if you just want to say like this story is isolated and whatever, and you can still watch the movies and not have to rely on the shows, and you can watch the shows by themselves and just have it as an isolated experience within its own universe. It would lend a lot of weight to just let her die.
That's what I was saying. I was like, man, this is.
But I don't really. I think what you think that she was.
I don't think she's dead. I don't think she's dead. I think she, like you did. I think, like you said, like she switched with one of the guards or something. I don't know.
They peed in the fountain at the same time, and they did a Freaky Friday.
She probably helped
living each other's lives.
Well, she probably told one of the girls, like, "Hey, don't worry, I got you," you know, and then
get on the solid and escape out here.
Yeah, get in a motorcycle and then bounce. She's like, okay.
Who knows, man? We haven't seen anything about this character to really know what she would do.
Yeah.
So they could just make her do any damn thing. So yeah.
Or she has extremists as well.
Nah, he wouldn't. He doesn't. He clearly does not trust her. That's why I'm saying. Like, on the one hand, the writing is ham-fisted as hell, and if she legit died, then it would continue to be ham-fisted. But
I'm thinking that she snuck into the lab and she did the beep boop boop, and just to counteractive Gravik.
Maybe.
I'm just speculation right at this point.
I mean, it would have made it a. It's like Neil's gripe always was, like it was when we reviewed Multiverse Madness.
Oh yeah,
it was that, like, some things aren't clearly defined, and it leaves things very much open, but it makes things a little less believable too. When you just kind of have like, well, that could happen because like we didn't say it couldn't. That's how it'd be with Skrulls. If they said clearly, like,
this is the limitation of their powers.
If they demonstrated clearly 100% of the time, Skrulls cannot transform back to themselves unless they're dead or near death, or they're like extremely scared. But it's like, no, they can just do it when they fart or whatever. It's up to them. And it's like, all right, so it's just up in the air. We don't know. As a viewer, we should have a little more insight.
And I also say too, like the size doesn't matter. They could be like a little girl. They could be an old man. They could be anything.
Yeah, it's the motion of the ocean.
And not only that, they fucking generate clothing and everything. So it's like.
But some don't, and that's another like practice thing.
Fucking OP and shit.
It's the angle of the dangle. All right, moving on.
So to wrap this up, Nick's wife gets a call and he goes to look. She's like,
"Oh, it's the pizza man.
Is he gone? Come over." So she walking. She gets some keys and she goes to get a lockbox. Where is it? Reminds me of the Breaking Bad when all the money. Anyways, So that there's a guy, like, as she's walking down the airport, I think, the terminal, you could see a guy just like peek over the pillar, and she's like, and he looks back, type of thing. And then she looks over and she's like, she pretends she's not being followed, but she's like, I think Nick put a tail on her.
Probably.
I think she has a big tail. So anyway, she gets the block box. She opens it up. It's a Glock, right? A Glock 9 or something.
Yeah.
So it's a Glock, and there's a envelope in there, and then she gets on the phone, and she goes, I need to speak with Gravik. And then actually someone calls her, and it says something about a church. Meet me there. And she goes, I need to speak with Gravik. Well, you're speaking to me.
You're speaking to me, Rhodey. I haven't changed my voice. It's still me.
It's a me, Rhodey.
Let's go to church.
What the fuck was that? I got a little chime over here.
It was Mario.
Oh, that's what it was.
Yeah.
So what a double cross to the double cross. We've been double crossed.
Man, is that just gonna be like the whole all the Disney Plus show gimmicks? Is the mysterious phone call? Who's she talking to? We don't know.
7 days.
The power broker.
Ooh, with a voice changer.
To sound like Rhodey.
Dude, I think it's all gonna be connected to the fucking Flag Smashers. Are they still around?
No. Well, who knows, man? What's New World Order or whatever the new name is? But
NWO. I thought
mean,
they changed their name from that to that.
Yeah, they changed it to something else entirely. And I did feel like New World Order was like a little bit like.
Not only that, I feel like WCW still on the copyright. That's why.
Yeah, probably.
WWE is like, bitches, you gotta pay up. You're gonna use the NWO.
Probably, but
like, fine, never mind.
I don't know. I feel like we've already had a couple connections to Thunderbolt, so I feel like they're gonna lean into that a little bit more. And Armor Wars, which apparently is still on the table.
It's on.
Those are the two things I think they're going to lean into. And, and the Marvels, of course. Which also the Marvels reveal very clearly that Fury is still alive and kicking by the time that happens.
I feel that is going to be right after he went to space from... What was the last movie? The last cutscene? I forgot it was.
Well, he's in Earth. He's on Earth in the Marvels.
I feel like the movie is gonna take precedent on the past, and what we're seeing now is what happens after the movie. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's a stopgap where he's at. Like what happened is gonna explain him why he disappeared right after the blip. I think he's gonna cover all that, and it's gonna come back to what we have now.
Right, but it shows him recruiting Kamala Khan at her house. And I don't think anyone was doing the Skrull Nick anymore.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying, because
after the blip. Also, you notice how he did the whole trope of shaving his beard. Like, I'm talking business. You know, there were betrayals in this episode, true to the name.
Especially in our title. Betrayal, Curly's.
But like, the wife didn't hit at all to me. I was just like, yeah, do not.
Yeah, it was an unnecessary wrinkle to it.
Not necessarily unnecessary. I mean.
Does he have kids now? Was that a wink too? Like, oh yeah, I have kids, by the way.
Like, yeah, like clearly he cares, he loves her and whatever, but like we don't know her. Like we don't even know how the relationship is. He disappeared for 5 years. I mean, he was snapped. But I was
crying on your pillow for 5 years.
But then he left after that, and it's like,
and I moved on.
Like clearly. She didn't mean all that much to him, and we didn't get to see any build up or anything to their relationship.
That's true.
Should we really care that much that she turned on him?
Well, I mean, I guess we're gonna get the following puzzle pieces. We only got 3 episodes left of this shebang, so I think everything's gonna be tied up in the bow before the Marvels.
But I also don't think that he would just like willy nilly choose some rando off the street. Like, he's got to know her at least somewhat.
Yeah.
Like, Fury is an intelligent, calculating man. So maybe there's a little more substance to her.
To the souls. To your betrayal. And then Jaya's betrayal of Gravik. And Will's betrayed who? Then the knife. Taylor's good taking Gravik, man. I feel like he could take him on a one-on-one matchup, man.
Not when he got all these powers now.
Nah, that's true. I mean, before he could have, now he can't. Who knows? Taylor's gonna be a Super Skrull too.
I think Gravik betrayed the waitress by not leaving a tip.
Is Nick Fury gonna become a Super Skrull? He's gonna become Superman, like what's his name from The Boys?
Homelander?
Yeah, no, not Homelander. The Butcher.
Oh yeah.
Or Butcher, or what's his name? His friend? Jimmy? Not Jimmy.
Frenchie?
No, the other one, the normal white guy.
Huey.
There you go. They'll take what? V?
Silencio, Huey. What does he say?
He's taking a temporary V or some shit, whatever it is.
Yeah.
It's super.
Huey.
So yeah.
Man, Frenchie's my favorite. All right.
I can't wait, man. We'll find out in next week what's gonna happen with episode 4.
Yep. It's getting real. How many episodes do we know?
Yeah, 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, 6.
So we're at
3 more.
Point, folks.
3 mass points. Hopefully it's not a filler. So I'll be pissed. They like to tend to do that.
Getting higher.
They just now we're gonna send Gaia back to Talos in a body bag. It's ambitious.
Poor Talos.
I know. R.I.P. bro. For the hit. One Punch Man. I am a Gravik 2, aka the Zombie. This is and has been the Hitman and Zombie show. Closing thoughts, senor.
I like when he interrogated Bob. It reminded me of his character in Pulp Fiction.
Dude, I know. Yeah, dude, it was badass. I love that interaction. I'm telling you.
I made a meme about that, and we'll be sharing it on one of our platforms. I don't know, probably Insta here shortly.
And this show is slowly becoming my number 1 show. Slightly above Falcon and Winter Soldier. That's saying a lot.
Yeah, really. Nothing has usurped that yet.
No, sir. What was yours?
It was Loki.
Oh, yeah. Loki. With that, sirs and ma'ams, and all the creatures in the between. Much love till next time. Stay tuned for Free for Talk. Bye.